Hey everyone, how you guys doing today? It is your girl, Just Be Audrey Lane. That's my YouTube channel, Just Be Audrey Lane. You know I always do this for you guys to subscribe and hit the bell so you can get the notifications of when I am on. I want to just thank you guys so much for being with me. As you know, you guys are like almost, I want to say, reading this journal with me. This is my life. I get on here because I get to just be myself. I get to, you know, have what's going on in my life instead of it festering and being inside my body and not being, you know, calm down, or even now saying it just like this, not being of use and of service to myself and you guys. I get on this channel to be that. I get on this channel so I don't have to worry about things just sitting inside of me, that I'm not putting to use. So many years I would not even do that. I would just swear that I was okay and I'm fine and I am, you know, living my best life. No, I really wasn't. I really wasn't. I wanted to come on today for um, multiple reasons. I had where, yes, the sun is out shining, and that was something that was on me this morning. Like the sun was on me first thing in the morning. You know, I always say I get up and when my feet hit the floor, I thank God for it. I say, thank you, Jesus. How can I be of service to you? Let me tell you why I say that. Because I had a conversation with my godmom, and her and I was discussing how her father passed. I did not know this. She was saying that how it's like something in your brain that tells you your body like to get up. You guys, if you do know that, make sure you put it down in the comments for me, because I haven't, I'm probably going to look that up myself too. But anyway, she was explaining to me that it did not signal him to get up. So once she told me that, every morning when I get up, when my feet hit the floor, I say, thank you, Jesus. My mom always taught me that. She was like, when your feet hit the floor, you better say, thank you, Jesus, and everything. And then for my godmom to say that to me, I'm like, okay, God, I get it. I know exactly what you're trying to tell me. You're saying, thank, be thankful, say thank you. And I do that now. I love him and our relationship. When I tell you, I used to want to, how I seen people in church and how I seen people, um, sorry about it, guys, um, how I seen people, you know, interacting and talking with God. I was like, oh, I want that. I want to mimic that. I want what they have. But more so, I was saying it along the lines, I want that. Like, I want it to be them. I don't want to be them. I want to be myself. I love Audrey Lane. I love the fact that I get to be myself. And it's a wonderful thing. I do not talk with God like how maybe other people may. I love my own genuine relationship I have with him. I mean, it's amazing. I had where, like I was explaining to you guys, the sun was just on me this morning, and then I was reading in my I would say I have like these two books that I read along with I read the Bible. That's something that I'm learning to definitely do and everything. My spiritual sharpening is having me where I do not basically just stay in a book. Well, yeah, I do stay in a book, but what I do is I don't, once I'm finished it, I don't say, oh, I'm finished and move on to the next. I have to literally stay in it because I need to actually grasp everything. I need it to be fed to me. And that's what came up to me today too about, man, rise and shine. However, it's like yesterday I had put everything and sit at the table and ask for more. I actually did get another helping this morning of how it was like, closed mouths don't get fed. My mother used to always say that closed mouths don't get fed. So we got to make sure that when we are out there asking God to help us, and He's sending people, excuse me, He's sending people our way, we have to make sure that we are literally, you know, I get a pen, I write down this information, I take their numbers, I exchange numbers with them actually, and everything, so that not only are they being of service to me, how can I be of service to you? So in the midst of him telling me, because I really truly was like, oh, Rising Sun, you're on me. I feel it, like I feel his presence with me in the morning. I mean, him and I have like a conversation, and it's just so good for me, because I go into it with, you know, God, you know, your will, not mine. I go into it with this is what, you know, I not only he expects of me, but I go with expectation of what he's going to do for me and in me, you know. So I was just having where him and I was talking this morning, and I always ask him to not only how can I be of service, but how, you know, so like send people my way, God. So I'm at work, and a person who I've known for years, but just her and I never had really deep conversations like, you know, what we kind of had today. And I was sharing information with them and everything. And you guys know how I get on here, and I always say, make sure the best way we can get out of our way and out of our head and not be selfish is to be of service to someone else. And I also say how, like, come on here too and share your journey, share what you have inside of you. Like, I am not just here. The reason why I started this is because I knew it was just something inside of me, and I wanted to get it all out. I started the channel because, one, let me kind of back it up. I started it because I said, oh, I wanted to just start things and, you know, start a YouTube channel, and I just did not really know how to go about doing it and everything. And I was like, I'm going to start it with just my life. Yes. But then I also was like, man, am going to record my divorce stuff because I got the paperwork. And then that's how I was like, oh wow, man, I said I wanted to kind of start it because I knew it was coming. It wasn't a shock to me, but then it was like, wow, it came like this. And that's what kind of like threw me, I wouldn't even say it threw me a little bit off. It actually helped me step up to the plate. It actually helped me, you know, get here in a way of, now you can be just Audrey Elaine. You can be Audrey Elaine. So that's why I tell you guys, come on out here, start your channel, be who you are. Be who you are. We don't have to live in this, oh, let me accommodate someone else. Let me accommodate, oh, I'm going through this at the moment, so I can't do it. I won't be of use. Be of use to yourself. And then when you're being of use to yourself, remove yourself out of the way and start being used for someone else. We got to be of service. That's the best way of healing for us. That's the best way of, you know, being productive and being of purpose, is to remove ourselves and go out there and help others. Trust me, that's what God wants from us. He wants us to be of purpose. You know, I find for myself coming on here, this is like my live journal. Coming on here literally gets a lot up off of me and out of me. I sleep well at night. I mean, it's amazing. You know, yes, I came about getting on YouTube in the way that I did when I got the papers, but I will tell you this, it's been so productive for me because I am finding out who I am. And it's so amazing. I didn't even know I had some of these things in me. Or if I did, I wasn't using them in the right way. You know, my tone, my speech. And I am, you know, finding out I have different tones. I have different ways of communicating. I am quiet sometimes, I am loud sometimes, and I'm not. But I love the fact that I now can identify that I'm Audrey Elaine in it. I am myself. I am no one else. I'm not trying to fit in to be anyone else. I am myself. And it is amazing because I get to find out who I am. I'm finding out that I am amazing with the fact of I am building a relationship with God. I am amazing with that. And why I say it like that is I literally show up for it. I love how I communicate with him. I mean, you're gonna have your own communication with him. Don't I know now, don't mimic anyone else. Don't mimic me. I love the fact that I get to have a genuine relationship. And it's not always now like how I say before I get on here and do anything, I pray and I ask God for help. I ask him that he speaks through me. He's the reason why I am Audrey Elaine. I love that the confidence that he gives in me. It's okay for us to celebrate one another. I love that. I love for us to get out here and we got to celebrate one another and stay in love. But the love and the confidence and the boost that he gives me, man, it's amazing. I never knew a trust like this. God never did anything for me not to trust him. I was literally in my own way. Asking God to remove me from myself has been amazing. Remove me from it because I don't need to be where I want to be in control. And that was my problem. I wanted to kind of be in control of things because if it failed, I had nobody but myself to blame, but I wasn't blaming myself. That's the craziest thing, right? So I love the fact that now it's like I am opening up my mouth and asking for the help. And had I not, opened up my mouth to just share with her, this would not have happened. She actually was saying, hey, I was telling her about my YouTube channel and like how I, went about getting it started and how everything is going. And I just love the fact that it's a live journal for me. It's like a journal for me to get out there and just share what I'm going through in life. And it's going to impact someone. It's going to be a soul that God reaches and say, hey, now they're coming in like this. And then someone is going to say, hey, this happened for me. And they're going to share it with someone who's going to share it with somebody. And everybody's soul is going to be at peace because God is going to capture them. And she was talking about how she was having a moment this morning talking with God and how she want to start things in her life and how she want to do some things. And basically, or let me back up, she was having a moment, her conversation with God. And so in the midst of me telling her about it, she was like, hey, I'm trying to start a YouTube channel. And I just started smiling so hard to the point, I was like, give me a hug. Because y'all know I always say, come on, I'm going to celebrate you. You come out here, you start your YouTube channel. Let's not just always watch YouTube. Let's be a part of it. We can shift and change the culture of it if we get on here and we be productive and we go out here and we be a purpose and we go out here to make sure we're doing the right thing so God gets the glory. Let's be of service. Come on now, let's do it. So for me to share with her was amazing because I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know the best of it. I don't know all of it. However, this is what you go about doing. And we exchanged numbers. Now, mind you, I have been knowing her family for about 5+ years. 5+ years. Let's start right there. However, we never had conversations like this. So for me to have a conversation with her like this today was just amazing. And just to be able to share. So I was sitting here, like, even though it's rise and shine for me, I am lately on this food thing. I'm on the food thing because, man, when I tell you, his word has been, like, filling me up. I I no longer run from it. Let me tell you, Revelations used to be a hard book for me. Now, I haven't got into Revelations as of yet. But I'm no longer scared of his word because it is true. It is a fact. It is everlasting for me. It is something that feeds me. So Revelations and Job were difficult for me when I read the Bible before this. It was like, let me hurry up and read, and get it over and done with. And now I've been learning to actually take my time and let it marinate me. To even if it's uncomfortable. Remember, guys, I said if something is uncomfortable, it is growing us. My boss put this thing up on my thing. Anything that is annoying you is teaching you patience. I wouldn't say that the Bible was annoying me. I was annoying myself because I didn't want to grow in it. I didn't want to really learn it. I wanted to hurry up and read it because it was like, let me just get it over and done with. So if my pastor at this time asks me, are you reading the Bible? I can say, yes, I am, without lying. But I ain't really learning anything. I wouldn't say that to them, though. I wouldn't have said that. I would have been just like, yeah, I'm reading the Bible. But how about this? It doesn't matter. Who would I have been lying to? I would have really been lying to myself of I can open up a book and read through it, but are you really letting every word connect with you? Are you letting it like, oh, this don't pertain to me, so I don't have to read it? Yes, I read it because it's food. It's food. It is food for me. I love the fact that I cannot ask God to come into my life and change things around if I don't want to sit there and let what his words say get down into my pores, get down into me, get down into my belly, get down into my soul. I need that. I need him. Yes, it's uncomfortable. I will be sitting here now and lying to you if I said it wasn't, but I enjoy it because it's a growth for me. It's a growth for me. I probably would have never really wanted to get out and talk with her outside of me just seeing her at the store, and that was it. Cause she be there, I will, cause I work in customer service. I love it. I love customer service. So if any of you people out there watching and you're in customer service and you're like, oh, I'm just a cashier, or oh, I just work for this store and I just do this, be happy with the just. Because one, y'all know just is my favorite word. It's my favorite word. I love it. I love it. It's my favorite word, just. I can't explain it to you, but just it means so much to me. And love the fact that what you are, because you being of service and in customer service, not everybody in customer service are really customer service. When I tell you I love my job, I literally be laughing. Not sometimes, a lot of the times. I get paid to wake up and be myself. I get paid to be myself. I literally get paid to be myself. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. So be grateful and be happy and thank God that we have a job, especially with everything that's going on in the pandemic and everything. Be happy. And even though it's lifting in certain areas, that's great and it's amazing. However, we have a lot of people that don't even have employment at the time. Be grateful. If you are in customer service, be of service. Remove yourself out of this situation and be of service to who you have to be of service to. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing for you to actually go to work to be yourself. And that's what it is for me. I go to work to be myself and I enjoy it. So me talking with her and sharing with her literally was me just sharing who I am. Who I am. And what you do will affect someone. Don't never look at it as though it won't. For years, I would kind of look at it like, oh, I'm not affecting anybody. I'm being quiet. Who am I? Why do I feel so suffocated? A lot of it is because we choose to put ourselves in a box of that comfort. Be uncomfortable. Go out there and grow. Because I'm telling you, God will do some wonderful things in your life. The sun is no longer out. I love the fact of I'm finding out who I am. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing. I want us to challenge ourselves on growing. Stop wanting to fit in the box of what you used to and that comfort zone and all of that. I know for me that doesn't get me anywhere. I don't want that. I'm okay with being alone. This long period time for me I'm an investment. And I am lying dormant right now. But it's about to go skyrocket. The stock market on me is about to go up. The stock market on me is about to go up. There's no downfall for me. There's no downfall for us. Don't look at it like that. Please know that you are worth more. You may not see it right now. We may not see it. It may be difficult for us right now because what's going on around us sometimes will block our vision, will block it. But it's not meant for us to see it right now. It's really not. Because we're not ready for it. We're not ready for it. Go through these uncomfortable times. Go through it. When I tell you it's really going to bless you and change you and grow you, that you'll be looking back. I look back now and laugh. And be like, thank you, Jesus. Because it's amazing just in this time for my life to really have done an about face. Jesus, it's amazing. What are you feeding your soul? What are you feeding your soul? Stop with the stuff that you're comfortable with. We have to get that out of our head. Open up your mouth and open up the Bible. It will change your life. And if you don't know, take it and ask somebody who, all of us, we all know somebody who has a relationship with God. We can see it. We can see the light all up on them and in them. Don't feel embarrassed. They will not judge you. Trust me. They will not judge you. They'll be the first ones there. Like, all right, come on, sit down. Let's go to, and they're going to take you to the table. They're going to take you to the table. That kind of person right there, they going right to the table and they going to feed you. They going to feed you some stuff. Trust me, that's how it go. Go to that old school grandmama who's slipping, sliding up on the floor like this. And she got that stool and that little old TV in the kitchen. Because, you know, she got to watch the news as she cooking and frying that fish and that chicken and all that. That person right there, I guarantee you, has a whole personal relationship with God. Because she's singing in Him while she frying that fish. Go to Him. Open up your mouth and ask Him. And I guarantee you, God gonna speak through them something clear. You gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. It's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable for us, but how about this? The end result. That, remember, your stock market is going up. You may be down low for right now, but you're going up. We're going up. Jesus Christ. I I love that I can just, really, 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 really truly say I have a relationship that's increasing with him, that's going forth in him. I this growth is something amazing for me. It's something I don't want to run from, something that I don't want to be sitting here saying, oh, I'm really good. We have to get into his word. It is an amazing thing for us. I'm telling you. My pastor was just saying how it may be, a waiting period of where God is teaching us to, like, I need you to wait. I know that because that came to me before he even preached it. It was like, wow. Remember I told y'all this year God said confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. I literally was thinking about that and said it one of my videos, to wait. And, then it's waiting. We have to learn to just wait and let it marinate on us. We will be really good. We will be really good. Your life circumstances of what's going on right now for you is only strengthening you. It's strengthening me. What I'm going through right now, when I tell you I'm at peace, I have a peace that is something. You'll get peace. You'll get peace. Get out of your own way, and you're going to have peace in it. You're going to be fine. I tell you, I want to get some things going. I was actually going to a meeting today with somebody who was going to help me set up my web pages and my get some things going, because I want to start I already have the nonprofit of Praying It Forward, and I wanted to get some more info on it. I wanted to get all my paperwork and everything done, and I am having a little difficulty with the financial side of it. So I'm actually doing that, the Praying It Forward within Praying It Forward, whereas though someone is helping me and I can't pay them for their services. So what I am doing is being of service in another way to them, by cooking, by actually, going to get them food, by doing other stuff. Whether it is they need me to go run an errand, go down. We all have a downtown where they have like a farmer's market or something, so I can go and do that kind of stuff because they don't have access to get down there themselves and everything. I can do that. That's like, what they say, washing each other's hands. Yep, yeah, I can do that. So I'm trying to get everything going, and I am in the process of talking with people who's like, why don't you start up a GoFundMe page? I am trying to do that. However, it's it's a struggle for me in a lot of ways, because I don't want to be put as a victim. I definitely am not a victim in what's going on. So because I'm actually going to make that a part of the YouTube channel, because it's my life, of the start out. So this is how I'm going to go about doing it. I want to go about doing it I'm going to record all of the process of why it is I am asking people to help with the organization as well as the business side of things, because all of my companies literally all are fingers to make the praying thing. They literally all. So I want to get everything going, but I don't want people to look at, because I do come on and it's a journal for me. I talk about my divorce. I talk about like issues that may be happening at work. I talk about it because it is my life, but I don't want anybody to be like, oh, a victim. I'm not no victim. None of us are victims. None of us are victims. We are virtuous people. We are victorious. And I don't want anyone to be like, oh, I pity. No, don't pity me. Be a purpose. Be a purpose. And watch us grow. Watch all of us go out and change and shift the world. We can do that. That's what I want to do. So I'm in the midst of getting all of that started so that it can be where you will be able to say, hey, I got to watch the beginning stages of everything go for this project, and I was a part of the service in it. I was a part of it. I got to help out and see it grow. And wow, watch it change your life from just being of service. We got to be of service. And also, that's something where, everyone that the nonprofit is going to benefit can say thank you to you. And Jesus, it's amazing. I love the fact that, I'm having people follow me on a journey of my life that is weird. I never thought it would have came like this, but I'm happy it did, because I am finding out that everything that I dreamed of is coming to the forefront. Everything that I wanted to kind of do as a kid is now coming up and coming out of me. I love the fact of me opening up, me wanting more is a good thing. We gotta want more for our lives. We can do it. When I tell you God truly has a purpose for us, He does. He really does. He has it. I love the fact that I come on here and I talk about the same thing over and over and over again. But I love that I am talking and I am expressing it out, because I don't want it to stay down in me where it's like, oh my goodness, that stuff would tear us apart. I love the fact of me getting up and being a purpose of saying, hey, this is what I'm trying to start, this is what I'm trying to do, can you help me with it? And people has been helping me, and they're like showing me different ways of how to go about it. And more importantly, as they're showing me, I'm laughing. And one person I had to say, they're looking at me like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I'm not laughing at you or anything. I am so shocked that I'm even like listening and actually opening up myself to ask you for help. You're helping me, and I just know that this is going to be a productive thing. So that makes me smile and laugh. Yeah. I cannot wait that, what's today? June 17th, 2021, because you guys know I say the dates and everything, that we all can say, mark the date. Remember, I just did it. X marks the spot. You guys mark this date. This is the date that Audrey Lane opened up her mouth and said, hey, I want to start a GoFundMe page for praying it forward, and that this can be the day where it's going to set off and skyrocket. And I want us to follow the journey on it, be a part of it, because I want to start where we have a big party for the nonprofit. So this is what my nonprofit is about. I'm going to explain it to you guys so you guys know. It was when my husband and I did get married. We no longer qualify for public assistance. We no longer qualify for medical and everything. And it was like, that you don't want to get married because it's like I won't no longer qualify for that stuff. And that wasn't the case really with us, but more so it was when it did happen, because we got married and it was different. Someone actually called welfare on us and got us reported, which was really an amazing thing, because it actually skyrocketed us off into living a beautiful, blessed marriage life. It skyrocketed us off that, hey, this happened, okay, let's do it like this. But then what really hit the fan for us was when our daughter was in high school and busted her butt through school and got offered scholarship money, right? However, because she came from a married home, she no longer qualified for it. So you talking about her being devastated, and I was like trying to wrap my mind around, like, wait, how does she not qualify? We didn't have this ceremony. She got awards. Y'all told her she was getting X amount of money, and then now she don't qualify. What's going on? So had I known what I know now, then I would have been able to help, because it wasn't where she wouldn't have qualified because she came from married homes. We would have just had to go around it and go about it a different way. So praying it forward actually is where we can advocate to help people find the scholarships. We can help them find out, okay, they're going to qualify for this. We're going to be ants. That's what I said. We're going to be ants, where we're going to go out to actually find the resources for people. We actually are going to go out to help them, with education. So let's just say they're in a job in customer service and they may not actually like it. They may can see where their life can benefit somewhere else. They're more of, I want to go back to be in medical. I want to go back to be in construction, but I don't necessarily know how to do it. This is what praying it forward is going to be. We're going to be an advocacy where we can go out and help you with these channels. We can go out to kind of do the legwork with you, so that you can be productive in going into a different atmosphere, a different area in life, a difference for your family. We're going to be where children can actually have where, they're supplied with schooling, they're supplied with tutors, they're supplied with clothing and shoes, and I need housing. How do I go about getting housing? We can be, an agency that helps within that program, because I lived in public housing before, so I know about that area as well. So that's what praying it forward is. How do I become a homeowner? Hey, I did that myself. I became a homeowner. So what are the steps I have to take to become a homeowner? Hey, how do I go out and now, since I'm no longer getting X amount in food stamps and I'm used to shopping with that, how do I go and now budget with cash? How do I go out to get my family fed with X amount of cash? Because now my income has increased and we want that increase. But now I have to kind of learn with that increase, because with increase comes increase. So we are going to be teaching on how do we do that. How do you go out and instead of saying, I want to make, let's just say steak, filet mignon. How about I can actually buy something different that will feed my family for a couple more days? Instead of me getting where we had a big old thick cut steak, the prime rib, how about I go get some butter steaks? smother that down in some gravy or some good sauce, because it's weird, but I'm not gonna get on to how I like it. But anyway, how we can change and shift how the thinking is, because a lot of it, I told you guys, I worked in the public welfare system before. I used to work in the welfare to work side of it, and you'd be shocked how we just don't know. We're not aware. And I found it really difficult working within that system, because it's like you want this person to get off of welfare and not come and need the system, but yet you're not teaching them on how to do it. It's like, hurry up and get a job and go. Okay, so now this person has a job, but they're not used to, or they don't know how that $600-700 in food stamps that they were getting for their children are now going to be $200-300, or how about this, nothing at all. But they don't know how to necessarily go out there to shop the correct way on how to feed their family. They don't know that now they have the budget because they didn't increase in income. So now they don't qualify for child care for their kids. So now who's going to watch their children? How do they go about doing that? So that's what praying it forward is how we can educate one another on how the increase is going to go, how your shift is going to go. So that's what I'm trying to get the money for, so that I can actually be of purpose and of service and production for someone else. And that's a great, amazing thing for me. That's what I like to do. And I thank God that he's having it kind of happen now with everything going on, because no matter what my marital status is going to be and everything, does not mean I won't go out and help married folks, because it's not about me. It's truly not about me. And it was so funny, because at first last year when everything happened, I'm like, I'm trying to start this nonprofit, but how do I do this where I'm trying to help married couples, but they're going to be looking at me, how you going to help me and you're not married yourself? No, I don't need to be married or have to be married to be of purpose and service. Where I need to be is where God is going to have me to be. So I am going to still do it, because I want to be of service. The educational side of what I had to learn with working within that system, I wish that the welfare system would do more. I really truly wish that they would do more in helping people, because it's a huge thing for someone to be like, man, okay, I got a job, I'm doing good, I'm working, my family, I'm able to get my kids this and all of that, and then it's like, oh, you're working 30 days in, we're cutting off everything. But yet you're not teaching them how to now shift their whole lives into that production. So what happened? They stopped working. I watched it. Because it's like, I don't know how to do it and get a job and go forth, because they weren't necessarily taught it. And I know it, and I'm not saying it like just, so let me reword that. I wasn't taught it myself. After my mother and father got divorced, my mom worked, and it was new for us. Okay, when I seen my first food stamp, that it was the papers then. I did not know what they were, but I thought they were like a great thing for me. And how about this? You got to look at it as a great thing, because it taught us how my mom shopped on a budget and all of that stuff. She for us to get like the junk food and all of that stuff, trust me, that with Cheryl, that was, we had to bat them eyes and smile and do a lot to get it, because my mom really didn't buy it. And then she ended up working in the food cupboard side of things. And it was weird, because my mom can turn anything into a 4-course meal. That's just how she was. But we have to know that we have to kind of shift that thinking. I remember going into, because I worked in what they would say the outsource side of it. I was outreach side of it, where we went to people's homes, as well as the in-office side of it. And I never kind of forget going into, you know, a home where it was multiple people within the system. The mom, the grandmom, the aunt, the older sister, and then the one person who we were there for. And they didn't know about how the system kind of came out. They thought it was just something weird for us to come out, you know. But that thinking was embedded because the system never taught them that you don't have to, you know, pass this on for generations. But then the system want to treat you as though like you're doing something wrong. When the reality of it is, the system isn't teaching you anything different. They want to give you where you go into the classes and you have to do this in order to still get your benefits. But they don't have classes on, at least here, they don't have classes on how to, your life is about to shift and change. So let's get you ready for it. Let's start teaching you on how a shift is about to change for you. So now you're going to have to go around and go about doing things differently. That used to get me. And that's why I want the nonprofit to go forth and grow and touch people, because I don't think there's anything wrong. Don't get me wrong. I will not sit here and badmouth the welfare system at all, other than the fact of they're not doing more of how they can show people that their lives are about to change, and let's get ready for it. Let's get you prepared for it. That's why my nonprofit is what it is. Let's prepare you for you to look forward to being, say, hey, I love you. We have children together. Let's get merged and let's get married and let's grow together. And not the, oh, I don't want to marry you because if I do, we won't be able to get the medical for the kids. I won't be able to get child care. I won't be able to get where, you know, they'll give me the food stamps. I won't be able to take any classes or get the educational training so I can get the better job. Don't be afraid of the shift. Don't be afraid. Man, I solely want to be of service, be productive, be a vessel, be Audrey Lane. Just be Audrey Lane. I don't know everything, and that's exactly why I am opening up my mouth to ask people for help. And that's what Praying It Forward is too. We're going to teach people to open up their mouths and ask for help. Because when I first came up with the idea of it, and when I tell you, okay, I was sitting on my bed at my old house, and I literally lived around the corner from where I used to live. I was laughing and joking with my husband about, you know, some stuff, and I was like, yeah, it's a shame of how it go. I'm going to start an organization that actually help people and everything, and I pray that it works and everything. I pray, it was something along the lines of, I pray that it works. And then all of a sudden, the movie was on Paying It Forward. No, I don't own no rights to it or anything, any of that. And I was praying for God to help me and help me and help me. God, please help me, because it was a toss and turn for me. And I just woke up laughing, and it was like praying it forward. So I started it with the gist of giving a family $10,000 for them to actually Pay it back in the pot, but for them to use it for bills, for them to learn how to budget, for them to take where they can get their children in child care for, and even though that may not have been a lot, but start getting their kids where they can start paying off child care, or they can get into some sort of training for it, but then paying it back into the pot where they can actually, that money goes back into the pot and then goes out into another family's home to bless them. I was thinking too small. I really was. Because even though it was a great idea, I need where I remove myself and let God take over for him to impact the tens of thousands. For it to be of service for him, for someone else. So it was okay that I came up with that. And that was amazing that God was speaking to me then for it. And I wasn't ready for it then. I really wasn't ready for it then. I'm ready for it now. Jesus, I need you to help me. I really, really, really want us to be a purpose and service for others, not for ourselves. Watch the amazing thing. I really want to get everything up and going, because I want it to be where families can impact within their own family. Where you can be the one that your family say, it happened for her, I know it can happen for me. He did it, watch, it's going to happen too. I can do it too. Anything you can do, I can do. And not say that anything you can do, I can do better. No. We can be the ones to start living better. And not living where I'm better than you, but living better because God has better for us. He truly does. He has better for us. You better know it. Man, I know it. When I tell you there is more in me, and this is just a little bit. This is just a little bit. The waiting thing for me right now, I would be lying to you to say that I'm good in it. It's all cupcakes and sprinkles. I'm being honest. It's not because I'm not used to it. I was running around silly, doing nothing. And now that I'm sitting here in a spot, you would think that I'm doing nothing, but I'm doing a lot of production, of great things. My spirit is sitting still because God is telling me, I have you, but I need you to go out there and do the work. So I may be physically doing the work by moving, but my spirit is at a standstill of comfort, of peace. I am wrapped gently in his arms. I enjoy it. I enjoy this peace. So you guys look out for everything that's going to be going forth with the praying it forward. You guys be a part of it. I thank you so much for it. How about this? You guys, like I say it, always start your journey. I'm going to celebrate with you. I'm going to be in there with you. I'm looking for us to all get together and support one another. Let's do it. Watch how great it will be. We are awesome. We are brilliant. We are blessed. So I am going to put that in where if anybody can help me with getting everything kind of more set up, I am going to meet with the people that's going to help me with the website and help me get everything going. I would appreciate if you can help. Thank you. I'm going to thank you in advance. I would love for you to put your name and everything in, and I have where you can tweet me and everything now. I did get that portion and everything set up. It's the same thing as everything is going to be simple. Just be Audrey Lane. I'm actually on my podcast, and that's with Anchor. through Spotify, I believe, and that's Just Be Audrey Lane. Everything is going to be connected, so it doesn't be where people are trying to find me in all different kinds of places of how they can, hey, I want to be a purpose, and I heard you do this, and I want to help, but I couldn't find you. Everything is going to be consistent, because remember, guys, I told you guys telling me to be consistent, so I figured, let me just have everything consistent, and it's been working out really good, amazing, because I'm the only one with my name, Audrey Lane, the way that it is. At least that I know of. If you know anyone else that's just like that with the Audrey Lane, send them my way. Come on, let's connect. Come on, let's connect. So you guys make sure you follow me on this YouTube journey. On it, not even YouTube journey, on this journey. Come on. So you guys make sure you follow me on Just Be Audrey Lane. Subscribe. I love you. I love me. And I love God. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. A wonderful, wonderful evening. I'll be back on tomorrow. I still don't know what I'm going to actually... I don't know if it's going to be Rise and Shine or Closed Mouths Don't Get Fed or what. Maybe, you know what? It just came to me. Sit at the table. Still stay at the table. Yesterday was sit at the table, eat more, eat up. I can't remember what it was, but I don't know. This food for thought right here. Food for thought. Come on, y'all. Let's eat. Let's go out there and eat so we can get everything we needed to that God is saying for us, so we can go out there and do it. And like I said, if you guys know how anyone can help me with setting up all the GoFundMe and how I go about, doing my website, I have someone for that. And maybe definitely he said he can help me in that. But if you guys want to be a part of the journey and support, I thank you right now. I'm going to thank you and keep on thanking you. I thank God, because God really has me opening up my mouth to say, hey, this girl right here needs help. I do. And I'll be there to help you on the journey. We can not figure it out, because figure it out for me is something that's different. But we can go forth and do it together. We can grow together. We can grow together on this. We're going to have our own paths that we're taking, but we could definitely be in support of one another, and that's a good thing too. That's a great thing to do. Holding hands as we going forth and growing. So I thank you guys so much for coming on and being a part of Just Be Audrey Lane. You make sure you subscribe to the channel. You go on Anchor to hear the podcast, which I do them both at the same time. So it's going to be the same, but you guys still make sure you go on and listen and subscribe, because I'm actually going to start changing and doing a little bit different on both. Something different on the YouTube, and then something different on my podcast, because I'm actually setting up for interviews. That's why I have the podcast, because I'm going to be doing some interviews with people who can come out here and help us and be of service to us as well. So we're going to be productive. We're going to go out here and grow. We're going to go out here and just live a purposeful life for God. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for giving up your time. I appreciate you coming on here and being of support. I love myself. Man, I love who I am becoming. I thank God for it. I mean, this girl right here is becoming something. I knew something was in me, but I didn't know it was like this. Thank you, Jesus. And y'all know I love God. Man, Jesus, I love you more than anything. Thank you so much for touching me. And we got to thank him for touching our lives. So let's have a great, wonderful night. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be getting up and everything out of me. I love my journal here. Thank you guys. Have a good evening. Bye now.